what is up? It is Woody, and we are back with another episode of MC Mechanics! Yay! And in this episode, we're gonna put some particles behind the new Elytras. Kinda something like this. Oh yeah, look at those rainbow effects. So cool. So cool. We're flying. It ain't about the flying. We're more amazed by the rainbow effects of this thing, man, ain't we? Oh man, it's awesome. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put the flare effects behind, like when you're flying, you know, a plane will put a flare behind them, or smoke particle clouds behind them, or like you see jets flying, okay? So it's pretty simple. It only takes 3 command blocks to do that one, and it only takes 2 command blocks to use this one, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. So right now we're running off a scoreboard. You can see the fly back there, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do the flare with the object first. It's a little bit easier. Yeah, actually, no, it's relatively the same skill level wise when it comes to command blocks. Actually, this one's a little bit harder. So let's do the flare first. But anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give ourselves a flare actually. And this is the flare. I just made a redstone torch and named it flare. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Needs redstone, always active, done. And you'll see I have some particles around me. I did this video once, and I tried to change the particles for you guys. So let's go ahead and put, you saw the redstone particles that were all colored. So let's do just explode. Explode. There we go. All right, so we got smoke. We're ready to take off. And we're actually gonna change this down to about 10 particles on this, I guess, because it's a little hefty on the particles. You know what? Let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and put redstone on this one. Red dust, I think it is, right? Nope. Yeah, okay, red dust. We got it. All right. So we got a little particle effect down, and this only kicks on when we're holding the torch, okay? But the problem with this is anytime you hold the torch, they'll kick on. Let me turn this one off real quick. All right, done. All right, so anytime you hold this torch, it'll kick on. All right, and that's the only kind of, well, I mean, it's not a disadvantage if you want to just run around with particles because it looks cool. Don't mind the scoreboard. That has nothing to do with this one right now, guys. That is the other one. But it's gonna go up every time you fly because of fly scoreboard stat. All right, so let's get into this. To get this, you can actually just go ahead and give yourself a redstone torch out of creative or whatever, and just name it flare in a crafting bench, okay? You see it's already named flare, so it ain't gonna do that for me. Or if you would like to give command yourself this, go ahead and, I thought I had it on here, but I guess not. I thought I had it on here. /give your name, or @p or @a. Let's do @p just so you guys can know that. @p, which would be nearest player. Redstone. You go ahead and hit redstone _t and then hit tab. Oh, maybe it won't do that. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Redstone _t. Hit tab and it'll automatically fill it in. And then you're gonna go, we only want 1. And it's got a damage value of 0. And then curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets, just like I write it, display, no caps. I think that's a semicolon, right? Or is that a colon? I was getting confused. But anyway, semicolon, colon, whatever it is. And then curly brackets again. Inside that, capital N-A-M-E. That thingy, and I'll figure it out later, guys. And quotations, and what you wanted to call it, which is the flare. You can call it anything, guys. So that'll give us 1, and they'll stack 3 because they're all the same. And that'll give you the flare, or whatever item you're using to do the particle effects. I want to say the flare because I called it flare, but anyways, you get what I'm saying, hopefully. And in this command block, you're going to type test for all players. This is a very simple version, so it probably won't work on multiplayer right now. I don't have it set up like that. I just have it set up for like me and single player. So @a, selected item slot 8, which would be this item slot, and anything in your inventory that's in that slot named flare. All right, so that's how it works. Now, if you wanted to name it, let's just say particle, just go ahead and do that and name whatever you got particle. All right. But since we got named flare, we've done that. And then it's gonna test for that, and then it's gonna execute a command at the player with that. or add all entities that are type player. Particle, redstone, dust, which is what you see behind us. And these down here, if you're wondering what these are, this is the spread. These three are the spread, which is the XYZ, which would be left spread, right spread, forward spread, backward spread, and up and down spread. All right, and this is the speed of the spread. 1 on redstone dust will make it, okay, if you do it 0, look, it's gonna be red, okay, which is really cool, period, right? But if you wanna change that to multicolored, I think Mob Magic does it too. Just press 1, and it'll change it to multicolored. All right, okay. And then there's 50 particles, and I'm forcing it, okay? So pretty simple. Note these command blocks. I'm not gonna have them in the paste bin. You guys are gonna have to probably pause the video. It's just a repeating one, and an impulse, or no, chain one. And then most of my command blocks are gonna be repeating, and conditional after the first one. All right, so just kind of pay attention to that. But that is how you do this one. It's very simple. All right. All right, so we're gonna get off this. We're gonna deactivate this so I can show you the other one. Needs redstone, done. Okay, so now you see it won't do it. All right, and I don't know if I showed you this, but done. If we take it off the thing, it won't do it either, okay? Even when you're flying. All right, you have to be holding it. All right, so off that. Always active, needs redstone. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in our inventory so I don't mess around with it anymore. All right, so this one, here we go, always active. Now you can see I'm flying now and it ain't doing nothing, because what we're doing is we're running off a scoreboard, and it's checking a scoreboard, which is stat.fly 1 centimeter, which is anytime you fly, you see how it accumulates. Anytime you go 1 centimeter, it adds 1. So that's what it's checking, but it's checking for someone with a minimum score of 1, or anywhere in between a minimum score of 1 and a maximum score of 1,000. So you have to be in that, and you see I'm at 15,000, which is way above that bracket we got going on. Okay, so done. Now if I go to /scoreboard, let me set this real quick. Whoops, scoreboard, players, set, whoops, okay, whatever. We'll just go to do your own thing, Minecraft thing. Okay, set, here's Woodward, fly, 0. All right, so now you'll see if I fly, it'll activate, okay? Because what it's constantly doing is, since I have this scoreboard, fly.stat, it's constantly adding 1 to my score. This is checking for that, making sure I'm in between them, which I am because it's constantly adding 1, and then it's telling this block to go, which sets it back to 0. So it's constantly adding like 1 to 40 points on my scoreboard, and then it's taking them right back off. I did have it at 10, but it runs way too fast. So you could probably get away with like 100. Let's check it. Probably like 100 instead of 1,000. I just did that to be safe, so let's try. All right, see how it goes up to 20 and 40. You can kind of see it clicking. So yeah, you can go 100 would probably play it safe. All right, I see I hit 50 right there too. I just put it at 1,000 to be safe, but 100 will work. We'll just keep it at that. Or no, put it back at 1,000 because I'll put the paste bin in there for that, just so you guys can be safe too. All right, so it tests for a player with that score, and then it will erase the scoreboard back to 0. Not totally erase it, just set it back to 0. And then after that, it just does the same particle effect as the other one. It gives me execute at player, particle red dust with the colored magical stuff. All right, so let me show you guys how to set this scoreboard real quick. All you're gonna do is go ahead and go /scoreboard. You can use all tabs for this. Tab, whoops, tab, objectives, space, list, add. You're gonna have to name it. Whoops, I kind of froze there, I think. Oh, wait, there we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Add. You're gonna name it fly, or I am. Fly, and then you go stat.fly 1 centimeter. Okay? So, and then if you want to put a display name like over here, you just do fly again. All right, so this is what you reference the name as right here. So if you type it in or something like I set my score to 0 for fly, this would be what you write. This is the actual command it does, and this is how you see it on the scoreboard over on the right. All right, so just so you know, you don't have to have this. If you don't have this, it'll automatically come up as whatever it's named over here. I believe. Let's try that. Bam. See, yeah, fly already exists, and then I'm already on the scoreboard. All right, I just want to make sure. I didn't want to lie to you guys, okay? So yeah, go ahead and do that and hit enter and it'll do that and you'll automatically start racking up points on that, baby. There is another one for flying. Okay, well, God, it's a stupid platform. There's another one for flying. There's usually opposites of everything. And that would be scoreboard. I'm in caps. Objectives, add, dive. That's just what I would name it because it's called stat.dive. Oh man, there's a lot of D's obviously. Okay. DIV 1 centimeter. All right. So what that is when you're going straight down, it counts it as diving. Okay. So if you see, I can fly in this thing, but when I go straight down, nothing. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could set up 2 of these bad boys and have one on diving and have one on flying. So you can have a particle the whole time. But since you fly more than anything, like look, you gotta be like straight down pretty much to get the dive. Okay. So it's not really gonna affect it too much. But if you decided to just jump from the world and go like this, you're not gonna get it. I think it's kind of cool when the wings open anyways, because when you fly, your wings aren't open. So that way they only come open when come up when you're open. See, as soon as they start to open, it'll do it. So that's pretty cool. I will have all these things in the paste bin, guys, and you can check them out on my paste bin, which will be in the description below. You can go through and kind of look at the things and pause them. So I'll go through here real quick, do this for you guys. All right, and just see how the command blocks are set. This one is for the flare. All right. Let me do this. Yeah, make that always active. There we go. And then make this one always active, and you're ready to go. Okay. I always put the redstone if you need to turn it off or something. All right. So that's gonna be it for this episode. And if you're wondering why my Elytra look different, I changed the texture on them, and you can see I'm working on my texture pack again, guys. So I got some fancy new colored Elytras, and that I did myself. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna fly out of this place. Let me go here real quick. I'm gonna fly out of this place, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Woody out. Peace.